Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be with all of you, learning and sharing what it means to live the life or want to live the life that you believe you deserve. But again, that life is according to, does it line up with God's will? And this is what this physical life is all about. It's about God. It's about us attaching to God to live the life He wants us to live. Now, today we're going to discuss about where women are saying, well, what is called high body count. I don't know if you heard it, meaning that a bunch of women sleeping around, of course, you know what that's called, harlot, being a whore, running around thinking that they can do whatever they want and get away with it. Again, doing whatever they want, thinking they can do whatever they want, getting away with it. There is serious problem with these type of women, and if you are one of those holy women, good women that's looking for the truth, you cannot be listening to these women. Because let's look at a couple of things. God says for men to be righteous, not evil, to be righteous. And he says women to be modest, modesty. You see, we have two different commands. One for man to be righteous and for women to be modest. Is modest sleeping around with all the men you want and then you so-called calling yourself having experience for the next man you're supposed to get married, and you think God gonna send you a man to marry you? If you ask any righteous man, any good man, would you be with a woman that has that many high body count? Every one of them going to say no, because no man wants that type of woman for a wife. Now, you cannot even call yourself a queen because you don't represent God. What you're actually doing is destroying God's world. Now, let's look at a couple of things. What happened? Why did God flood the world? Because blasphemy, because people decided to take all that evil and publicize it, meaning that they're putting on TikTok, YouTube, all the evil things that they're doing. They're telling other people to do it. It's good. And what happened is there's two parts. When you do that, the flood of Noah, God destroyed the world because everyone started to follow the evil ideology, like some of these women are saying, sleep with as many men as you want, have a high body count, and they're publicizing, they're going on TikTok to talk about it as if it is a good thing. The only one that's going to benefit from that is Satan, because you're doing the job for him. That's the only one's going to benefit. You're going to pay the price. When you do sin that is in private, no one knows about, that's between you and God. It's a sin. But when you publicize, sleep with as many men as you want, high body count, and you put it out in the public for everyone to learn, and young women to learn from you, now it's a different category. It's called, you are now going to war with God. You are now public number one enemy, public enemy number one, going to war against God. This is what these women are doing. They are now at war with God. And let's think about it. If you decide to go to war with God, who do you think going to win? Who do you think is going to win? You're at war with God. You think you're going to win? Well, it's been shown in history, the Tower of Babel, they wanted to build a Tower of Babel to go to war with God. What happened to them? They got destroyed. The flood of Noah, they got destroyed. Sodom and Gomorrah, they got destroyed. Why? They wanted to go to war with God. Meaning that when you decide to publicize evil, to educate other people to do the evil you're doing, that's when you went to war. Blasphemy. That's when now you are at war with God. And God is not going to sit back and let you destroy his world. This is his world. You are part of his creation. He brought you back. Now, you say, where does these people come from? I've heard some people said, where are these evil people coming from? What God has done, he's taken the people from the flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, all the evil soul. God brought them back in this generation. That's why you see such a high 80% or more of evil people in the world. These are the evil soul from all the generation God brought them back into this time to give them a chance, a final chance to fix the evil they have done. And you see, they're not fixing it. But God allowed them that free in terms of letting them live longer, either to do tshuva, repent, change their way, or give them a rope to hang themselves even further. Now you say, well, is reincarnation real? Well, Eliezer, Ezekiel, told God, please do not let me be born in that generation. Because God showed Ezekiel, the future. And he said, don't let me be born in that generation. Because the soul does not die. All God does, he take that soul, put him in a new body, in a different time, a different place, for you to fix what you didn't fix in the previous life. So if you came back, you're sleeping around with a bunch of men, guess what? That's what you did in the previous life. God's giving you an opportunity to come back here to fix that. But instead of fixing it, you are promoting it as if it's a good thing. And guess what? The only one that's going to benefit from you promoting sleeping with a bunch of men, have a high body count, is Satan, because you work for Satan. That's your job. You came to this world to try to destroy God's world. And that's what Satan tried to do in the Garden of Eve, right? In paradise, where Adam and Eve was tempted by Satan, because why Satan wanted to destroy God's creation. And guess what? This is exactly what you're doing. And what happened is this. When someone, let's say, for example, 100 women listen to you to say, hey, let me have fun. Let me have a high body count. Every person they slept with is going to be on your head. It's on your head. And in everyone who have listened to you and took it in and practiced that, it's on your head. Let's say there's 100 people. Now you have 100 sin plus your sin. And plus they will recruit other people. All those go under your account. So when you go to hell, you're never coming out. And you thinking hell is not real? Well, again, this is a choice you're making. You are God's creation, and there's good and there's evil. And you chose to go evil. That's a choice you made. And you are promoting evil. And you are doing that on these social media to recruit other people to do the evil you are doing. And God says, you're not killing the body, you are destroying the soul of these people. And because of that, you are now public #1 enemy against God. You have declared war against God, and there's no way you're going to escape. And for those of you who don't understand hell, hell is a place where the part you committed, the sin, the evil with, is where they use you to hang you by that and rip you apart. This is not a place where you pass out and you wake up and then you torture again. Imagine, you ever had a pain that never left, that just stayed with you for like 24 hours, then not give you one moment? Well, think about it as a billion times worse, that you being burned by the sun and it's never ceased. There's no timeout. You're just being burned and burned. Why? Because this is what you have brought upon yourself. Because you decide to destroy, and just not them. They're not the only one that's going to be in hell. Every one of you that follow these women, you're going right along with them. You're going to be right next to them, crying and wishing you were born. Because why? This is the reward that you have. This is the bet you have created for yourself. Because as I said, the only one that benefits from this is Satan. You just simply a fool, a tool he's going to use to try to destroy God's creation. And now you decide to go to war with God because you're publicizing this. And now, yes, you can repent. But again, it's not that simple in terms of that you're destroying God's world and God just give you a pat on the back, say you've forgotten. It's okay. It's all forgotten. Forgiving. But what about all the other people that you damage? Now they're going to go to hell because of you. They're going to hell because of you. There has to be consequences for the evil you did. So again, you need to understand there is going to be a price to pay for what you have done. So those of you good women, do not follow ladies, because you are good. Stay humble, stay modest, and God will protect you, and God bless.